Hello everyone. This is a follow-up video to my previous video where I showed a hydrogen balloon inside a larger hydrogen balloon and it would not float. Then when I popped the outer hydrogen balloon, the small one suddenly started floating. There is no magic here, just science. In case you have not figured it out yet, here is a diagram to help explain what's going on. Please take a look at your screen. The tiny red dots represent hydrogen molecules and the big blue dots represent air, which is composed primarily of nitrogen and oxygen molecules. On the left you can see the hydrogen balloon is inside an atmosphere of itself, basically. On the right, the low-density hydrogen molecules in the balloon are surrounded by very heavy molecules. To understand why the balloon on the left isn't floating, imagine blowing up a balloon with air and trying to get it to float in air. It falls to the floor, right? The same is happening on the left. There is no buoyancy when a balloon is within an atmosphere of itself. In fact, the hydrogen inside the balloon might even be slightly more dense because there is a tiny bit of pressure inside the balloon. So there is slightly more gas in the balloon than there would be in that same volume of hydrogen at ambient pressure. On the right, you have very light hydrogen gas displacing a volume of heavy air molecules. The difference between the weight of that air that was displaced and the hydrogen taking its place is so big that it far exceeds the weight of the latex balloon itself, so it floats up through the air. In fact, if you let it go outside, it would continue to float until it reached the upper atmosphere. This same effect would happen with helium, which is also a very light gas, but not quite as light as hydrogen. Here would be a very fun activity. Try to get a hydrogen balloon to float inside an atmosphere of helium. I'm guessing it would take a very large hydrogen balloon to displace enough helium to make up the difference and actually make it buoyant. And helium is very expensive, so I probably won't be attempting that experiment.